Stephanie.
And I'm Matt.
And this is Arizona.
Today we have our first guest. He's a local artist. He's been composing, writing songs for a while, doing a bunch of amazing covers. We've been friends for a few years. We have today Andy Layne. Welcome, Andy.
Hey, Andrew.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Glad to have you. So, you actually were part of writing the intro for us for this whole endeavor.
Before we get into that, this is an Arizona show. First question, are you a Zoni or a transplant?
Transplant.
Where from?
Everywhere. Lived in 9 different states.
It's mysterious.
But 9 different states. Where were you born in?
I was born outside of Chicago in a place called Waukegan.
Waukegan.
Spent time in Texas and Oklahoma. Lived in California before this, and now I'm here.
So for our intro, where did you actually find your inspiration for it?
I wrote a piano part for that quite some time ago. I actually borrowed a keyboard from my mom. I had never played before, and that was the first piano part I ever wrote, and I thought it was really cool, and I never did anything with it. I just thought it was cool, and I finally had somewhere to go with it, and it worked out.
So how old were you when you first picked up your first instrument?
I picked up my first instrument in 5th grade. I don't know how old that would have made me, but I started playing baritone at that age, and played all through junior high, marching band in high school, and I developed all sorts of skills from that.
So lessons or self-taught?
Self-taught.
That's impressive.
Very
That's
impressive.
All I can do is play kazoo. So that's nice to hear someone who can actually play by ear and teach themselves to play something.
A little bit of chopsticks as well.
That's right, a little bit of that, a little bit of that. And the bass line of Nirvana's Teen Spirit, not to toot my own horn.
You have a wealth of different instruments you play.
Mostly I've just been focusing on writing new stuff and figuring out what direction I want to go in as far as styles. So.
What kind of genres have you been thinking about?
Recently I've been leaning towards country, because that's the only relevant genre nowadays other than hip-hop. So
it's like original rock, like that southern, like I love that style.
Yeah, and that's more what I've tried to take southern rock into country. There's a few artists out there doing that, but I really appreciate country for being the only classic rock left. They're the only people who really still have that rock vibe at all.
Yeah. So
that's what I'm trying to get into.
You have a studio in your home, correct?
Yes.
All your instruments are linked up and to where you can record.
Mm-hmm.
And I also heard that there was an incident that happened during the recording of one of the songs.
Yeah, I gotta hear about this.
Well, I was recording the theme for this song, actually, the theme song here, and was recording a guitar solo for the end, and the chair I have is a vintage, like 70s chair from Goodwill, and I wasn't leaning back in it real hard, but just enough, like you would a normal chair. Apparently 40 years makes the screws a little rusty, and the whole back came off, and I hit the ground really hard, saved the guitar. Guitar didn't touch anything.
That's all that matters, right? You saved the axe.
I came pretty close to breaking my heel. I was limping for probably a week and a half. It was bad.
We'll appreciate the pain that you went through to make our song for us.
I had to do it.
That's dedication. We appreciate it.
Sounds like a lot of blood, sweat, and tears goes into your music. Do you have anything you want to play and share with us today?
Sure.
And dust, wipe my brow when I sweat my rust, breathing in the chemicals. I'm breaking in, shaping up, checking out on the prison bus. This is it, the apocalypse. Whoa, I'm waking up, I feel it in my bones, to make my systems blow. Welcome to the new welcome to the new age, to the new age. Oh, 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 oh. Radioactive, radioactive. Oh, 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 oh. Radioactive, radioactive. Desert fills your soul, let it out. The fire in your bones, city of the sun, lively and we're young. Feel the heat in the air, forged in the fire, hardened like steel, risen from the ashes like a phoenix. Forged in the fire, hardened like steel, risen from the ashes like a phoenix.
Seriously, Andrew,
Amazing.
that was awesome.
I gotta get on this. Yeah, that was fantastic. All that self-taught, self-learned, self-motivated, just brilliant. There's no real other word for it other than that.
How long does this whole process take, from writing to recording to playing here today?
That varies song to song. I've had songs where I literally, me and my friend wrote in the studio while recording another song. I mean, a song could take anywhere from 10 minutes to write to a year. I mean, like in the case with the theme song for this, I mean, I wrote the piano part years ago, and you know, it finally came to fruition with this. It finally had somewhere to go. So you never know. It really, really depends.
We'll definitely appreciate you letting us use your song for our show. And this is exactly
definitely
where we got this idea that we wanted to do, to showcase the talent that Arizona has to offer and just what Arizona's all about, and what we got some diamonds in the rough out here.
Exactly. Where can we actually find music that you have already recorded?
You can find on Facebook. You can look me up, Andrew Layne. I have a few things on there. I honestly haven't been good at keeping up with it, but I would like to start doing that. I've been writing and recording a lot, so I'll have covers up ever so often. I take requests. I would love to do whatever song. You know, people have introduced me to a lot of new songs that I didn't know, so if you've got requests, I'm more than happy to record those. Yeah, feel free to look me up at Andrew Layne on Facebook.
All right, perfect.
Well, thank you so much for coming in and visiting with us. We appreciate your time, and the songs were amazing.
Thank you.
Andrew was our first guest, but not our last.
That's right. Just hang out and you'll see what we're up to next.
Bye.